Season 3, Work Done, Physics in Necrotic World, Episode 47, Radiation. Welcome, strangers. What an object is means higher... It means higher frequencies of waves emitted and intensity increases. Atmosphere can store more energy with more greenhouse gases. So how does truth radiate in systems? Last Easter, I was walking past a church and I heard a bit of a sermon. Quotation marks, it's not the tomb that matters. I mean, I agree. The tomb does not matter because he truly is risen indeed, as you could say. It makes me realize something. It made me realize something. So I'm going to explain that. I think it's a good explanation, I think. All systems that exist are chaotic and have their own fingerprint. Connections based off this come from perception. To understand, you have to be present there too. If not physically possible, then mentally draw up the frame. The structure underneath matters, but not in the way we expect. Physical evidence, the paper trail, ideas, don't matter in things that are beyond this world or mainstream science. Like Immanuel Kant, with his nominal world is beyond our direct comprehension. Well, nominal as in Noumenal. Nominal world is beyond our direct comprehension. Which is basically like saying, the world beyond our direct comprehension is beyond our direct comprehension. Which is like saying direct comprehension is like direct comprehension. Which isn't really helpful, is it now? It's like saying radio waves are as helpful as radio waves. That's not helpful. But it works, so we're going to keep it, yeah? Immanuel Kant. Is it Kant or Kant? Kant. I don't know. Kant. Cool guy. And, I made a bet. I mean, I didn't make a bet, but I said that for my RS GCSE last year, that I would definitely chuck in for good luck in like every paragraph. I mean, not every paragraph, but every question. There was this quote by was it David something? Wait, hang on. Who's the guy who said the life of a man? Wait, who's the guy who said that? Life of man has no greater importance to the universe than that of an oyster. Oh yeah, David Hume says that. He genuinely hates everything. He's like the philosopher that cannot philosophize. Like, he just goes against. He just plays devil's advocate. But, I feel like devil's advocate is great and all, but it's not helpful, is it now? So, all systems that exist are chaotic and have their own fingerprint. Connections based off this come from perception. To understand, you have to be present there too. If not physically possible, then mentally draw up the frame. Like, that's what I use my whiteboard for. See, I love my whiteboard. Is that weird? I don't know. I like my whiteboard. It's my whiteboard. I love it. I can connect stuff with it. The structure underneath matters, but not in the way we expect. Physical evidence, the paper trail, don't matter in things that are beyond this world or mainstream science. Some things are forgotten for a reason. They're remembered again by people like you and me for a reason too. There's always something going on in the background that can only be understood when you yourself step into the system. Just because something is invisible, not yet measurable by instruments, doesn't mean that there is no truth in the system. I can try to chase down the speculations, but honestly, instead of chasing down the speculations, we need to look at it more. We ought to look at it more. Truth lives in the triggers, the patterns, but often in the background. Truth lives in the triggers, the patterns, but often in the background, like in what's hard to prove. But we shouldn't stop looking, and we shouldn't ever pretend it's not there just because we can't measure it yet. Systems are alive. Chaos is life. Lost things are meant to be found someday again. Honesty at the heart, the conscience of systems, the beating heart of systems should be explored, because all is perception, and it really does it really does leave a positive, negative, dent in the system, depending on the involved connections between the nodes. We should be curious, especially where others think it's a dead end. It's not phony baloney. There's no path that has no value. The tomb is a physical artifact of a spiritual presence that quite frankly doesn't need one, because its presence transcends mere mortal understanding. It's in the nominal world, right? Noumenal. Nominal world. The tomb is a physical artifact of a spiritual presence that quite frankly doesn't need one, because its presence transcends a mere mortal understanding. People don't have graves anymore because an end simply opens up 4 possible paths towards a death node that connects to more in the afterlife. I mean, assuming you believe in an afterlife. I don't quite know if I do. I mean, sure, why not? This reminds me of something I wrote in a history essay question. Quotation marks. When attention is brought to problems, it allows our society to develop new methods of understanding beyond what the past could ever imagine. Quotation marks ending. So, perception creates reality. Observing a system changes it. It no longer is the same. There's so much more to science, to life, than a ruler and scales. I get the legal system the defense's job is only to say, not guilty! To only get the not guilty result, right? And the prosecution just wants guilty. They can't really judge, really. They just have to get the results. It's just a result. It doesn't mean if the person's innocent or guilty. It's just what the courtroom on that day decided they were, and then gives them a punishment or an apology note. I don't know. I mean, it's all up to them, isn't it, in the end? And the jury, especially when it's made of people from, when they pick random people based on census, those random people cannot care less. I would love to do that. I would love to be on a jury. I would find it really entertaining. But the bias is, insane. The bias is, insane. I'm gonna have to continue this later. I'm gonna print it out and just continue it later. Thank you for listening. Let me just finish this. Give me 2 seconds.